This is Rapids, and so Tory Lanez is said to have had his prison cell raided. So the reports are coming in that they found a bunch of recording equipment and confiscated it. So we first heard a couple months ago when Tory Lanez was making this call in. He called into this radio show and was saying that he was about to start dropping what he's calling the prison tapes. He said him and his producer found a way to record high quality music from jail. So he didn't give too much details, but it sounded like it was all legit how he was doing this, and they somehow were able to clean up the audio to make it sound very high quality, but he didn't get into too much details. Well, it turns out there might be more to it, and he might have actually had some recording equipment in his cell. So on that same audio call, we saw he had a Alexis, and he was talking to the Amazon Alexis. So he had something that you probably wouldn't think that he would have in prison. He had access to a lot of stuff and technology that you would have thought that he probably wouldn't have had. But yeah, so he probably somehow had some recording equipment in there as well. And people are speculating if someone told on him. They're wondering if maybe Megan Thee Stallion or Rock Nation or somebody told on him when these prison tapes started coming out, because somebody had to bring it to their attention. We know they probably saw it on their own, but you know, it's also possible someone influenced them or encouraged them to look into it more. Because yeah, he got his cell raided, and they said they found, it sounds like they found some recording equipment, but I'm not sure about that 100%, but that's what I've been hearing, because academics had already reported on this and said, yeah, it sounds like they did find some stuff in his cell. I would have thought he would have had someone else hold that stuff for him or something. That would have been a smart way to do it. But the thing is, with these prison tapes, they've been coming out like every week. He's had multiple tracks coming out. It's been a mixture of his prison tapes, plus he had some lost tapes where there were songs that he recorded probably before he even got a deal. So some of these songs were older songs like the lost tapes, but then he had the prison tapes, which were current tapes. And he's talking about all new stuff. You could tell it's all updated songs that he was dropping. He was doing a combination of rapping on some songs, and some songs he was singing. So this guy's multi-talented. So he was just having, living his best life in there and putting out a whole bunch of music. I'm sure time would have flew by if he could have just kept doing that, because at least he was able to do what he loves to do. And some of these songs were even cracking the top 10, I'm hearing, on Spotify and other outlets. So these songs were actually doing pretty well. For him to be releasing these songs from prison was kind of crazy. I mean, we've seen it before with Corey Miller. He released like several albums from prison somehow. And I think with the Boosie movie, they showed a scene in there where Boosie had ran into well, I'll call him Corey Miller. But in that movie that Boosie put out, he made a movie about his life, and he showed that scene where, they had recording equipment in prison, and they were recording songs. So, you're really not supposed to do that, but I guess they found a way to do it, and they were making it happen, and it was working. These songs were doing very well. So, yeah, but according to academics and other sources, they're saying Tory's cell was raided, and they removed a few things out of there. So it sounds like, he was actually somehow using equipment in prison. And they're saying that sometimes they're getting stuff in by, different methods. They said there's a method of drones where sometimes they'll drop a drone with equipment in it, or, there's ways where they might put it in a football. So, they're saying there's different ways to get things into the prison. So maybe he found, he paid somebody or something maybe to get that equipment in there. And, they're going all out trying to make sure he's comfortable in there. And if they find out who helped him get that stuff in there, I wonder if that person might be facing some charges for that, because I know you're not supposed to be doing stuff like that. I don't know how serious they take that stuff, but I'm sure it is pretty serious, because they do got to keep the prisoners safe, because you never know what else they could be bringing in. If they're able to bring recording equipment in, what else could they bring in there, So, and plus, how do you even hide that stuff in there? Because, they get these cells raided sometimes, especially if there's a tip-off. So apparently there was a tip that was called in, and they went in there and got that equipment up out of there. So I don't think we're going to be getting any more Tory Lanez prison tapes. We'll probably maybe get a couple more weeks worth, because who knows how many songs he was able to get out into the free world before they cracked down on this. So maybe he has like who knows, he could have had like 50 songs ready, put away, because all he had is time in there. You know what I'm saying? So if that's all you got is time in there, you could smash out like maybe 10 songs a day, perhaps. Or, you know, I don't know. It really depends, because it's really quality over quantity. I think a lot of people want to do quality songs, so he might not have just rushed it. He might have thought he had all the time in the world. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see if any more of these tapes come out. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a couple more weeks of it, because, you know, he probably has a few. I'm sure they got a few songs in excess where they can just kind of still release them, but there might be an end to it either now or sooner or later, because that's the word, is that they went into his cell and confiscated a lot of his equipment. So yeah, do y'all think that Megan Thee Stallion was behind that? Y'all think Rock Nation or anybody was behind him getting his cell raided like that? Or what do you think happened with that? But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on everything. It's possible he got told on. But anyways, yo, that's it for today. Make sure you get that like button up. We want to get at least 100 likes per video. Also, I want to have y'all follow me on social media. So follow Rap HITZ on social media. All links are in the comment section and description box. I'm out of here.